computing power.
That's right. We're
Wait,
talking
hello,
about computer
hello, we are
power
back.
millions of times greater than what you can get from an ordinary transistor, which is either
I'm
off or
back.
on, off or on. We're talking about millions of
Hmm?
times more states and computer power in a quantum computer, which is going to revolutionize medicine, energy, space
That's the
travel,
transformation.
transportation, you name it. Everything is going to be overturned in the same way that the transistor overturned everything after the war.
Right now, if I were to look out there, is there anything touched by quantum computing? Not yet. It's not ready yet. It's not ready for prime time. When will
Okay,
it be? Like next
let's
week?
go.
When? This sounds like.
Are you still taking investors? That's what we want to know. Like, yeah. Like, let's get in. Yeah. I missed out on the bid call.
We've made the first quantum computers just a few years ago that on specific tasks are millions of times more powerful than a regular computer. Now the nations of the world, China, the United States,
So now we
Germany,
get
the European Union, all these countries are racing to see who can top that,
out of this
to make a
radiation,
quantum
the better.
computer that is general for all kinds of problems, not just one specific problem.
Give me an example of a task greatly
Being
improved by
all the
quantum computing. Because
guys.
I don't know anyone here who's saying, you know, my computer is too slow. Unless you have slow internet, no one's really
Guys,
complaining. I remember in the old days, computers were slow. That's not a complaint today. So
okay.
it's not a complaint, and you want to make my computer infinitely faster. So I don't know what I would do with that infinite extra speed.
What you can do with it is solve the secret of life. Solve the secret of
Yeah,
energy.
lazy. You're lazy, Neil. You ever heard about using it to solve the secret of life? What is the secret of life?
He doesn't know. He's going to solve it. That's what I'm saying.
You
Is
can't
it a secret
generate.
or is it a problem? It can
Oh,
solve a
interesting.
small problem. You
Oh.
reveal secrets.
Oh.
These quantum computers are so powerful that for chemistry, you don't need chemists anymore. We're talking about quantum chemistry done by a computer. Biology, you don't need doctors anymore to create new drugs. The computer will find new drugs. Energy, the computer will find new sources of energy. We're talking about a new
Yeah.
industrial medical revolution right before our eyes as we make the transition from transistors to atoms.
All right. So
Okay.
we call this a bit because you said transistor, but a more primitive understanding of that is a bit. It's either one or two. A binary, and then you have you got
Quantum
Hmm?
means to chop it up.
That went better than
That they're
expected.
pieces of the quantum. These pieces of the quantum ratio for photons. All physics is based on particles, nothing continuous. So the world of continuous
On
energy
the way,
has been
Starlight.
replaced by quantum physics, the physics of particles of energy that interact with other particles of energy.
Looks like Howard didn't make it. I'll have to repair the fog condensers myself.
Well, yeah, a quantum leap is not part of the vocabulary.
What is that? Hello.
Give him a Peacock account, you know? I'll give you my streaming password. We'll catch you.
Oh,
explain to me
guys.
sort of parallel physics. Because you can calculate two things simultaneously, two different things to help you get one answer. And what does quantum computing do to that problem?
Well, let's put a mouse in a maze. If you put a mouse in a maze, a digital computer calculates each trajectory and says, do I turn left or do I turn right? Left or right? And how many waves does it take
Piper,
to go from
you
point A
hungry?
to point B?
These always
There
keep
are
me going.
potentially millions of paths for a
That's all
mouse
for
to
now.
go
Okay.
from one point to another point. That's a
One.
digital computer. One by one,
Are
it
you?
calculates each path as you
Okay.
go from A to B.
So this path, that's not the exit. This path is not the exit. This is going one by one until it lands on the exit.
Right.
Okay, so now what?
That's today. A quantum computer scans all possible paths simultaneously. Instantly, all possible paths are scanned. This is incredible. This is fantastic. This defies common sense. But this is the reality of Mother Nature. This is why Mother Nature is a quantum computer. When you go outside and you see the forest, the leaves, the trees, you say to yourself, how many chemical processes are there? Thousands of chemical processes happening. How can Mother Nature do that? Because it's all quantum.
All right, so Michio, deep within quantum physics, there's this remnant of many decades past, maybe it's still with some quantum physicists, where they speak of many worlds, interpretation
Come on.
of phenomena that are happening but you can't see them, so maybe
Come
there's
on.
another universe in which that's taking place.
Huh?
Does any of this
Hello?
quantum computing
Uh,
touch
say
on
something.
the idea that we are bringing together
Hello?
parallel universes?
You really held
Yeah,
your
in
own
fact,
there,
the
Fred.
whole power
Hello?
of quantum
Huh?
computers is because it computes in the multiverse. Hollywood and Marvel Comics discovered this only recently. If you look at
It
Marvel
feels like
Comics,
forever.
It does.
Spider-Man exists in the multiverse. All the Spider-Man movies are now in the multiverse, where
Hey.
Spider-Man.
Two in
The
one piece.
Oscars, the big winner last year was Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That's how an electron views reality. Everything happening all at once is how an electron sees things. So when I look at myself in a mirror and I see myself, I say to myself, that's not really me.
You say that to yourself.
I say that to myself. I say, that's an average.
Wait.
Every day
That's
I
an
say that.
average.
That's not me.
There's a word for that.
Besides mental illness.
There's a word for that. Okay.
But this is the
He's
quantum
doing
world.
science, Neil.
He's doing science. All right.
Doing science.
We exist in multiple states. So when I see myself in a mirror, I say to myself, I'm looking at an average. An average because the real me is hovering over all different possible states. Some of these states are on Mars, or on Jupiter. Most of the states are right there in my living room. But this is how I think. And that's how quantum physicists think. We calculate the probabilities of living in a multiverse of universes.
Chapter 7 is on mushrooms. I'm just.
I feel like you're describing me when I'm on my cycle, cause like my body. Make it okay to be crazy. I have a lot
Can be manipulated at the same time. That's called quantum mechanics.
I'm gonna start saying, look, I'm in my quantum mechanics right now, please.
I mean, so you're telling me you get up in the morning before you brush your teeth, you look in the mirror, you say, I'm not here, I'm one, and you don't think this is a dry spell?
That's right. I look at myself as an average in the mirror because I exist in many, many parallel states.
My
Some of
hat.
these parallel states went out the door, went to school. There I am, watching myself. And I say to myself, this is reality because we exist in multiple universes. That is the power of quantum computers.
Chapter 8,
Quantum
LSD.
computers compute in multiple universes.
Wait. So, I hear you. I hear you. How does that relate to quantum computing?
That is the power of quantum computing because just like a mouse in a mouse in a maze uses the Newtonian path, one path at a time. Each point has the possibility of going left or right.
So the concept and the title of that award-winning movie, Everywhere, Everything, All Everybody,
All
What?
at once.
at
All at
once.
once, right?
This
What's going on?
this was a wet dream for you watching this movie.
That is how an electron views reality. Okay, we view reality as an average. We average over many electron states, and
Okay,
we call that.
I got this now. You were going in other dimensions, resonating with Tiffany here
Yes.
about being an average you, but part of you was on Mars. The electron, whether or not it's on Mars and whether or not it's on a parallel universe, It does exist in multiple states. Whatever those states are. I'm not going to stick it on Mars for the sake of putting it on Mars. It's got it in multiple states, and it realizes all of those states at once to find the answer. Am I correct?
That's right. And how do you know finally when you land on Mars or wherever, how do you know you're on Mars? Because you make a measurement. When you make a measurement, that's when all the waves of electrons collapses to where you are. Now, John von Neumann, a great mathematician, one of the greatest of the last century, was asked, how can you get your head around that? How can we exist in multiple states until you make a measurement? And then one of the great mathematicians of our time said, you just get used to it. This is called modern physics.
Okay.
Or marriage.
Yeah. That's
One
messed up.
practical application of this is the atomic bomb. The atomic bomb was one of the first major applications of the theory. And it works. It changed world history. We're not talking science fiction. We're talking fundamental physics of the universe.
So Matt, I hear you have something coming up in the desert?
Yeah, 29 Palms, California, just outside Joshua Tree. We're doing an event called the 29 and Beyond. It's going to have stand-up comedy, podcasting, science, and stargazing. We've got headliners.
That sounds like a must.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got Bobcat Goldthwait, comedy legend.
Nice.
Reese Darby from Our Flag Means Death and Fly the Conchords. We got Natasha Leggero, Moshe Kasher. Then we got scientists. We got NASA people. We got stargazing from Skywatcher.
Whoa. Wait, so my invitation's in my inbox? Is that what you're saying?
Fingers crossed.
It sounds like it's the beginning of a great tradition.
I hope so. Yeah. So if any of your listeners and viewers want to come to 29 and Beyond, that's where all the info is. And June 7th and 8th.
Dude, give it to me. Let's throw in some new vocabulary here. These computers can't just work in your hip pocket. The atomic state has to be sort of reduced to the least possible external energy influences on what it does.
Right.
And the only way to do that is to
Want to get out of here?
so it's not
Sounds like we'd
vibrating.
make pretty good.
It's like, get it so that the only thing happening is what the atom wants to do unto itself. And so you got to get this thing to nearly absolute zero.
That's right.
In the old day, I'm old enough to remember, computers used to be the size of rooms, and there was a whole other room just to cool the room that the computer was in. Not to absolute zero, but to keep it so that it doesn't burn out its own circuits. If this has to operate near absolute zero, then it's not just something that anybody has in any lab.
A quantum computer today looks like a chandelier. A gigantic chandelier with all sorts of cooling pipes. But you see, that's not the quantum computer. The TV cameraman got it wrong. The quantum computer is that little box at the bottom of the chandelier.
Yeah.
Everything else is cooling pipes. Cooling pipes are to get down near absolute zero, where there's no disturbance from vibrating electrons.
Got it. Vibration from the external temperature in which it might have been immersed.
That's right.
Okay, so now we got this. Describe it. So now let's go. What is happening on this chip? You're
Remember,
saying
head
solving
south
everything
out
all
of
at
town.
once.
You'll find the fog condensers along the road.
How about, like,
You can't miss
body
them.
problem? Famously intractable problem. I want to solve that.
Beat it.
And it takes thousands of
Those
hours,
fog
whatever,
condensers are back
and maybe
online.
The answer still isn't right.
Guns,
Can I
ammo,
just
and
use that same
souvenirs.
program?
Good.
And just hand
Our
it
water
to
supply
the
was starting to get low. Wasn't sure how much longer we could hold out.
Did
I
you
know, you're going to have to learn
find
a whole new
Howard?
language of computer language.
That's what I was wondering.
Oh, yeah, baby.
That's what I was
He's
wondering.
Mirelurk food?
Because of
I
the
should
fact
never
that
have
we're
let
no
him go out
longer
there
dealing with
alone.
certainty.
Well, I
We're
said
now
it was
dealing
paying
with
work.
uncertainty.
200 caps
Uncertainty.
should be enough.
This is called the Heisenberg uncertainty principle.
But I want my answer to be certain.
Sorry about
Thanks. Glad I could help you out.
That makes two of us.
Tell me about
Now
the
here's your
position
pay.
of states.
Got to start
Is
making
this-
arrangements for
when
Howard.
we say that
So I'll say
an
goodbye.
electron can be not just
Bye-bye.
up or down like 1 or 0, but in any state, at any given moment, it's living in
Mariner
all.
says the island's alive,
That's right.
and it's got it in for us.
Catch this up on Schrodinger's cat.
Is that thing still alive?
No one has fed it in years.
You guys, oh man. I didn't get to that house.
Isn't it a superposition of being alive and dead?
The most
Right.
famous
Run
cat
home on
in all of science.
Just so you know, mainlanders don't last long.
Children of Adam are dangerous.
Don't
trust him.
I mean, that's not the most famous cat. It's all of science.
You take a box and you put a cat in the
Hey
box
there.
with a gun. The gun is pointed at the cat.
Mainlanders
Get
don't
help, man.
last
Get
long
help.
on the
Don't scream
island.
it in the mirror. Get this guy a
I want to
psychologist.
start dating scientists. Y'all freaky.
You asked the question. I'm giving you the
No,
answer.
it's just funny because you started off by saying, "Look in the mirror," and that's not me. And then
You got a cat in the box with a gun?
with the gun. So we gotta like take this one step at a time. Okay,
I
a
love it.
cat in a box
Sexy.
with a
Keep
gun.
going.
Okay, we're with you so far.
And the gun is connected to a trigger.
So,
And the question is the gun firing to kill the cat? In other words, is the cat dead or alive? Quantum mechanics says that
Is
before
that a
you open
Pip
the box,
Boy?
the cat
I've heard
is
about
both
those.
dead and
Hi.
alive
Hi.
simultaneously.
A superposition
A
of
superposition
dead and alive state.
of a wave of a dead cat plus
Brooks is a
a
main
wave
man, too.
of a live
And
cat.
a synth.
Okay?
Whatever.
When you open the box, then the wave function collapses
Hey there.
and the cat is alive. Or maybe the cat could be dead. This is all a question of probabilities. So in other words, is it possible to talk to
Hey there.
Don't talk to
Yeah.
Bertha. She's crazy.
In this way, it is possible under very rigid circumstances that you're not really fully dead or alive until you open the box and make a measurement.
Why can't I say you don't know if it's dead or alive?
Yeah, you
until
don't
open the
know
box?
until you open the box.
That doesn't mean it is neither. I guess I'm not allowed in this universe to declare a truth inside of a box I have yet to open.
That's right. You are not allowed to say if the cat is dead or alive until you open the box.
Well, you got my measurements, so I
Search your
don't
loved
think
ones
that
with my
mixing
fine
up
hand
with
candy.
the water in that box. Is it
Looking for a
somewhere
bargain?
where that cat's used that? Is it eating its own poop? Because then, you know,
Let's
that
see
shit
what you
might
have.
make it.
Happily.
But if it's been 3 weeks, it ain't gonna happen. That
Yeah,
cat
yeah,
did it.
Micho, she's got a point. I'm thinking she's got a point.
What's the numbers on this? How much time is the cat in the box?
Now, of course, this cat is actually a representation of an atom or a neutron. And that neutron could be the trigger of an atomic bomb. This is how atomic bombs work.
Okay, so the cat is metaphor.
It's a metaphor
particles, okay.
for subatomic particles that set into motion the atomic bomb. So for people who don't believe in this theory, I just advise you to go to Los Alamos testing range and test your theory when the bomb goes off.
Okay.
He's getting dark real
Wait,
fast
you're
here.
taking me-
Okay.
To be fair, Garfield's also a metaphor for Chernobyl, so this is how
Is
these
that
things
it?
work.
Is
Yeah.
that it?
It's how it works.
All right, so just put some more vocabulary in the house. Tell me about quantum entanglement, which has been a lot in the news lately.
Does this have something to do with Will and Jada?
You said Will and Jada?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she talked about the entanglement.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Is this about sex?
Okay, one at a time. Let me answer.
No, this all happens at once. Everything.
Oh!
We can talk
Micho,
about quantum
Put
theory
on your
and
quantum
Will
brain
and Jada. This
and
is-
answer all these questions simultaneously.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, touche.
there is a Michio right now who's talking exclusively about Will and Jada somewhere in the universe. Scientifically, that's possible, right?
I'm not really here.
You don't really want to be here. I think that's different. I think.
So, tell me about entanglement.
Okay, remember we talked about the fact that an electron could be spinning up or spinning down.
You didn't use the word spin, you just
And-
used your thumb. But
Right.
spinning, it's a spin
Right.
thing. Yeah.
While a quantum computer, the things can spin in any orientation. Not only that, but the two spins can interact with each other. That's called entanglement. And that should not exist in a Newtonian world. But in a quantum world, atoms talk to each other. Then the question is, how fast do they talk to each other? If you signal from one to the other, it turns out it goes faster than the speed of light.
Going to explode!
What was
And
that?
that's
Come on.
Light. go faster than the speed of light, but he was only fast as the speed of light. He didn't go faster than the speed of light. They talk to the subspace land, right? Well, there is no because some people say, well, that is Captain Kirk is entangled with the earth.
You're just ahead of you by 7 minutes, that's all. But what you so entanglements are not actually communicating with each other. So in that sense, Einstein was right.
In that sense, he was right.
So even when Einstein was wrong, he was right.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's entanglement. Does that matter in a quantum computer?
Yeah, because it means that below the speed of light, atoms will indeed talk to each other, and that's how they exchange information. While in a digital computer, each transistor is separate. Transistors do not talk, influence each other's mode of communication. In the quantum realm, there's a wave function that glues all these particles together, the electron wave.
So the wave function, let's just dig into that just for a moment. So we've all heard of the wave.
Can't work with this.
Here. They cannot realistically interact other than charge. But if you think of it as a wave, then the wave interacts out here somewhere because it's not just localized where the particle is. And so, is this the wave interactions that you're describing?
Yeah, here's how it works. Fundamentally, all subatomic particles are particles, not waves. But the probability of finding that particle at any given point is given by a wave. That sentence was worth several Nobel Prizes.
But something that could probably be, you get a Nobel Prize. I'm coming with some new ideas.
You put that in mathematical form, and that's how it works. In quantum mechanics, all particles, subatomic particles, are particles. But the probability of finding that particle at any given point is given by a wave.
All right, so Michio, you're no more powerful to manipulate anything than the precision of the tools you have at your disposal. If you're telling me what atoms are doing, what electrons are doing in a quantum computer, who's putting them there? Who's adjusting them? How is my program that I just wrote up influencing
Blue, we're not
those
alone here.
particles?
It said you were the
Here's
but the atom.
Looks like a Nobel wave when they wave across the sand, right? Well, that's an example of particles and people giving you a collective motion called the wave in the stadium. So is that wave really a wave or is it a particle? It is a particle that bunches together to form a wave.
So who making that happen?
We are the particles making the wave.
Yeah, and the mascot is making.
So the mascot.
And a guy got a Nobel Prize for this.
Waves. When we think of waves, we think of ocean waves, sound waves. But the wave in a stadium, nothing is moving.
In the stadium, people jump up and down, up and
But
down.
nothing's going in the direction of the wave.
Yeah, but the same thing for sound waves. Sound waves do not necessarily have to go at the speed of sound. The vibration, when one atom hits the next atom, can go at the speed of sound, but each individual atom can be slower than the speed of sound.
Okay. Yeah, he got me there. That's a good one. What you're saying, the sound wave, I'm just vibrating these molecules right hear any particles that come out of my mouth, you experience the energy transfer.
The energy and information goes at the speed of sound, but each atom did not.
Does not.
Each atom only went a very short distance and stopped.
Okay, so tell me again how all this gets maneuvered and manipulated to do its business at the bottom of the absolute zero system.
Yeah, when you see a picture of a quantum computer, it looks like a gigantic chandelier with hundreds of pipes. At the very bottom, there's a box. The box is where you have electrons dancing in either spin up, spin down, or spin sideways.
How do I control those electrons? I don't have tweezers to make it do what it's got to do. How does that happen?
You have to program it initially so that the electrons are in a certain formation because they're all coherent. They vibrate in unison.
Okay.
They talk to each other.
So there they go. So now
So you prepare them. You prepare them to vibrate in a certain way, and then you make a disturbance. You make a disturbance, and then the disturbance is a calculation. And you all calculate on this wave. And that's how you can calculate numbers that are beyond what a digital computer can do.
So has this language, this computer language, been established for this?
Whoa.
Well,
If
the
we're gonna
big
dance?
Just a handful of people computer on the internet tonight. They already are on the internet. Now, eventually, you want to have qubits in the thousands and millions. But right now, you can place the quantum computer tonight with quantum computer with maybe 10, 15 qubits.
So isn't that already quantum supremacy? We already got it going?
Well, we want an all-purpose device that'll work for any problem, and any problem that'll then outrace the regular computer. We're not there yet.
Is there a day when I'm going to buy an iPhone?
Yes, because you're going to communicate with the web. On the web, there's the quantum computers that are just dedicated to these quantum calculations. Now, why would people do this? The nations of the world are in a race. There is a race between China, the United States, Google, IBM, Russia, to see who can get the first quantum computer that could crack any known secret code.
How do you crack a code?
Put a girl on it, that's no.
Normally, you crack a code by factoring numbers, like 15 is 3 times 5. Okay, it takes a computer to calculate that if the number is 100 digits long. Given a number that's 100 digits long, factorize it as a product of 2 integers. That takes several thousand years.
Of a computer that we have today.
Right.
Okay.
A quantum computer will do it like that.
So all of our encryption today will go obsolete overnight.
That's right. All your codes, all the codes that you faithfully put down in a notebook, knowing that it's safeguarding all your secrets, all your family jewels are there, right?
So Tiffany just covered up what she wrote. The quantum computer's not looking under her hand.
It can't see paper.
Paper.
No, can't do that yet. Maybe next year.
Wait a minute, so you telling me that my blockchain is not getting interrupted? It could be like all up in my Bitcoin?
That sounds painful, your blockchain up in your Bitcoin.
I know, right? I was using all the power of the bees.
The first country that attains a workable quantum computer can break into all the intelligence agencies of the world.
Okay, so let's bypass that for a moment.
What?
No, what I mean is, wait.
They don't have to start going back to paper.
I got this.
We got jobs, y'all. We got jobs.
Wait. No. If we know that in advance, then we find something else that a quantum computer
Richter, please, you can't do this. We've
It's
been loyal.
grand zealot to you, and your dedication is coming to doubt.
You
need to prove your faith. One of you may return to the fold. The other will return to Adam.
Richter, this is insane. You can't expect us to...
What? Oh,
Yeah, but
Will there
this
be
one
anything
hasn't been
else?
broken yet.
That'll be all,
Nobody knows the
sister.
answer.
Thank you,
If you could figure this
Grand Zealot.
out, the CIA is going to give you a phone call tomorrow.
who did that?
Let me shut up because unless they try to date me, I'm not going to.
none can
Never
withstand.
thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until
What are
someone
you
threatened
doing
their
here?
life.
Did Far Harbor send you?
I'm very successful.
Okay.
What are the next
What's your problem with Far
to
Harbor?
apply
Those heathens
this
persecute our
awesome
missionaries and use profane technology to steal land that rightfully belongs to Adam.
Cyber
Not sure which sin is
We're
worse.
talking about curing cancer.
And I want you to
curing
assure me
Alzheimer's
you're not
disease.
here to
Right
do
now we
their
can't,
bidding.
and tomorrow we will, because you.
These diseases we
It's
conquer
okay.
trial
I'm not from
and
Far Harbor.
error by
I'm from the
making
Commonwealth.
petri dishes, thousands of
Quite the
petri
journey.
dishes, putting them
So,
the chemical and
explain
the
to me
germ
what you're
inside
doing
them,
here.
and simply
You come
crossing
seeking a
your
place among
fingers
Adam's children?
that one of these petri dishes will signal a cure for that disease.
It's okay.
That's how
Adam's
we do
children.
It. That's how they did it during the
Who
Middle
are
Ages.
they?
We
still
are the
do
children
it
of
this
Adam,
way, trial
servants of the
and
creator
error.
of this
But now
and
with
all
the quantum
worlds.
computer,
You
we
walk
can
through his
simulate
domain.
the molecule. We're talking about chemistry without chemists.
So you will have full information of
What was
the
happening with
atoms
those
and
two
molecules
children of Adam you were
in the interaction of
interrogating?
every petri
An
dish.
issue of
And you can do
loyalty,
it for billions of petri
not
dishes
something you need
on
to
the
concern
computer,
yourself
and it'll
with.
pop out what the right
Now,
remedy is.
unless you've come to
Right,
join
that's the
Adam's
goal.
faithful,
Take a look at photosynthesis.
I suggest you go on your
the
way.
world economy depends on photosynthesis. That's why we eat. That's why
I'm
there's
not
food,
interested in your cult.
photosynthesis. But
Just
we
let me
still
in.
haven't been able to
We
model
won't have any
photosynthesis
problems.
That's
in a
not
computer,
happening.
because it's a quantum mechanical
Only those chosen
phenomenon.
by Adam may enter.
Light that
You want
grabs
in,
carbon dioxide
you'll have to
turns
earn it.
into sugar. That is a quantum mechanical operation that we cannot model using Newtonian mechanics.
All right.
So
I'll do
quantum
what Adam
computers
requires.
solve the
Then let us
problem
hope
of
he
food.
deems you fit.
Take
There
a
is a
look at
small spring
fertilizer.
not far from here.
Nitrogen exists
Drink
in the
from it.
air.
Follow
You take
where it
nitrogen
leads.
out of the air,
You come
make
back,
fertilizer
we'll
out of
discuss
it.
you joining the
It takes a
faithful.
huge, gigantic factory to do this. Gigantic. Billions of dollars to make fertilizer out of the air. Quantum computers, we think, will do it like that. We're talking about a second revolution.
Wait.
How is a quantum computer gonna take nitrogen out of the air
Thank you.
and then disperse it in order to get into all the earth to grow food?
How's the computer going to do? What are you saying?
The computer does not take nitrogen from the air. It simply models how nitrogen can be taken out of the air, catalyzed by a catalyst to make fertilizer.
Why can't we do that right now?
Because
We don't know how.
we don't know how to do it. Because, like I said, it's trial and error.
You're gonna have a lot more limbs and a lot less hair if you stick around here
is
too
done by
much longer.
trial and error.
Mostly error.
How is penicillin discovered? We discover new penicillins the same way, by accident. So we're now talking about not by accident, but systematically creating fertilizer, creating new drugs, new therapies. Because that's how Mother Nature does it. Mother Nature does not do it by petri dishes. Mother Nature does it quantum mechanically.
In my field, we have fascinating computing challenges, the Big Bang and the early universe, and they're not so much atoms. When the universe expands, stars, there's a lot of things in the early universe. The energy, but also when they make stars. So in other words, the universe itself is
And that bubble in turn comes from string theory. String theory predicts that at the beginning of time, there was quantum foam. Quantum foam is so tiny little bubbles in boiling water. Most of the time, they pop into existence and pop out of existence, never to be seen again. But one bubble just kept on going.
Why does quantum computing help you?
Because we don't know how this happened. We want to be able to calculate the equations that will take us from before Genesis to after Genesis. And that's what we need quantum computers.
We have an understanding enough to be able to write the program that'll take us from before time to after time.
That's right. However, string theory is so complicated that no human has the ability to solve the equations. We have the equations. I wrote many of them myself.
You have the equations.
We have the equations, but
Where do you keep them?
in my desk drawer.
You're like, yeah, you're not afraid of somebody taking them and figuring them out. So,
But you see, that's where we're stuck. We're stuck at the point where we have lots of solutions, but we don't know why one solution was singled out to give you the Big Bang. This is called the landscape problem. We have a landscape of possible universes. Why did this one universe become the universe that we see today? That's why we want to solve the equation. Now, no human is smart enough to solve these equations. I repeat, no human alive is smart enough to solve these equations.
Let me look at it.
Tiffany's got this one.
Oh no, I'm pretty good.
Wrapped up.
Be surprised.
Well, but that's why I got interested in quantum computers. I think a quantum computer may crack the problem. A quantum computer may crack the problem as to which bubble created the Big Bang.
So then it'll help you focus in on it.
That's right.
All right, so if quantum computing helps us with that,
It may help us because it is limited by the speed of market. It takes 70,000 years. 70,000 years just to reach the nearest star, probably with the planetary rocket. We can't go to the limit somewhere. We need another way for the universe. Well, Einstein came up with an idea in 1935. That is, why not bend space and time on itself to give you a way.
the wormhole. Okay, so the public is very well versed in wormholes. I mean, we've got it. This guy right here, Dr. Strange. Okay. We got Rick and Morty. They both open up portals to space-time, except Rick does it with actual science, and Dr. Strange uses magic.
But then in the show, possibly, because you let me go
Doc Brown, we gotta mention Doc Brown.
Much of the time.
and Dr.
I mean, he's going through some wormholes.
And Interstellar, they found a wormhole to make this trip easier to their destination.
And what about Dr.
Yeah, I guess so. That's fascinating.
This
Wormholes
can't be
are
real.
still shown as water slides.
Dr. Zhivago, I think,
You know.
one.
But now you just step into it, you're there. So how do I make it?
Well, first of all, if you watch the movie Interstellar, it's a very, very interesting movie. Matthew McConaughey is floating. What is he floating on? He's floating in the fifth dimension of the Tesseract. He's floating in the movie Interstellar ends with string theory. He ends in hyperspace, a dimension beyond the fourth dimension of Einstein.
You say that like, yeah, of course. Yeah, I do that.
Can you explain Tenet to me? 'Cause that one I can't remember.
I'm confused.
What we really need is Christopher Nolan here.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, by the way, he's a friend of Star Talk. Had him on the show.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Look at that brag. Yeah. This guy created string theory, so that's nice, Neil, but come on.
So, a wormhole is highly unstable, wanting to collapse on itself. How do you keep open a wormhole?
Well, you're right.
A long way.
You had any sense
Needs a password. Must be some clue around here.
Possible. I know.
Food, shelter, runs around, and does very nicely in the forest. You take a military-grade robot and put it in the forest, what does it do?
Okay,
Falls over, and can't even get up again. When our robots become as smart as a monkey, I think we should put a chip in their brain to shut them off if they have memory loss.
Get PETA in here. First the cat, now the monkey. No animals.
Needs
That's a lot of
password.
faith. I will say, Neil, I share
There
your
must be some
fears.
clue
Because,
around
like,
here.
I don't trust the people who will have the power over us. Like, sure, robot and dung beetle in the woods, bet on the dung beetle. But the human beings behind this,
M
the diabolical
human beings,
T-H-E-R.
it seems like an arm race. And I feel like we've told this story before.
Well,
Mother?
there's two dangers from AI.
That
One is immediate,
password?
one is long term. The immediate danger from AI is automatic killing machines. What happens when drones have the permission to kill any human silhouette?
Yeah.
At that point, indiscriminately, they will just kill people because they see the silhouette of a human. That's dangerous, and that is a danger that we face today. That is drones that kill anything with a human silhouette.
Okay.
But soldiers that can maneuver in the jungle, that can outmaneuver enemy troops and stuff like that, we're like another, I don't know, 100 years
There
away
we
from
go.
that. That's the danger of the Terminator. It is robots that are as intelligent as humans. We're not there yet.
Wait. You yourself and I had a bet in 1999 because you were being all apocalyptic about the year 2000 and the Y2K problem with computers. You remember this bet? You said, like, the world was going to collapse. And I said, no, it's not. And I said, no one is going to die. And we can't count the person who dies trying to escape what they think will kill them. Okay? Like they're driving, escaping up the mountain, and they drive off the mountain. That doesn't count. So, no one died. It was not a problem. But, had it been a problem, getting back to your point, the failure of computer systems to control things that keep us alive would have killed billions. Doesn't that count as AI gone bad if that happens in the future without there being a robot that
You mean like an accidental thing where the computer has malfunctioned?
or on purpose?
It's like stop all heart monitors.
Well,
No pacemaker will work.
Now.
well, robots have no purpose unless it's programmed into them.
The world has no shortage of evil people who will program into the computer something diabolical, for sure.
Well, yeah, but they could backfire. They have to be very careful that it doesn't have a blanket order to kill, including them.
Shit.
Give me some breathing room, huh?
You're a futurist. I know this because I've been on your show, your radio show, where you all your guests were on the frontier of what was to come. Is there a sense of what is beyond the quantum computing revolution? Because philosophically, how do you get something that can do more than your single atom can do? Would that be the limit of any future tech industrial revolution that humans will ever experience? Because we've tapped out the universe.
There's one level beyond atomic, and that is nuclear. For example, MRI scans. They used to be called NMR, but people got freaked out by the N.
It's one of the two N words you're not supposed to use in polite company. Yeah.
Right.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Yeah.
Right. So we dropped the word nuclear and put magnetic, M, and then it became acceptable. People said, oh, just magnets, you know. But MRI machines uses the spin of the nucleus, not just the spin of the electron, but the spin of the nucleus in order to penetrate deep inside the human body. And now NMR machines save lives, thousands of lives as a consequence.
Arguably the most potent machine in the hospital.
We're not gonna stay smooth skins much longer if we don't get a move on.
Cutting you open. Right. So clearly that's the case. But you're saying
You're back.
Beyond the electron,
More than I expected.
if it's part of an atom,
Did Adam reveal something to you?
You get into the nucleus. There's another
I drank from the spring and was led to this statue. But was it supposed to be by a
right? That's what I'm saying.
creepy woman?
A woman? Led you to that icon?
That is, they
What
are
woman?
dealing with electrons.
What did you see?
That at the center of the atom there's a nucleus, which is, you know, thousands of times more massive, and would allow you to penetrate even deeper
into the person's soul and then make them
It
stop
was
being so hateful and killing other
otherworldly.
people for stupid
The woman,
stuff.
she was
by God.
like
she's
a living
done it.
shadow cloaked in
Maybe we could
mist.
cure that.
Adam
Can
above.
Can it cure racism?
You really did
and
see her.
segregation
The
and
mother of the
other
fog.
supremacy I
The
don't
mother
like
is a
talking
messenger
about?
for
Hey.
Adam. Acts as a guide to those important to his
So, I
plans
did not-
and the future of this family. She's the one who led the first of us to this place. And if she revealed herself to you, then I'd say the path he's laying for you is clear. If you are prepared to take the next step, then I believe there is a place for you among Adam's children. And the future of this family. She's the
Okay.
one who led the first of us to this place. And if she revealed herself to you,
Sure,
then I'd say the path.
I'm willing to learn.
Good. Head inside and present the icon to the High Confessor once his sermon is done. He'll be interested to see that. Once you've spoken with him, you should come see me. Have a task I think you'd be useful for. And here, some more appropriate attire. But know this, we are all devoted servants to Adam here. Messenger or no, actions against the family will not be tolerated. Welcome, sister.
Okay.
Hi.
I practice hypnotherapy. For just 10 caps, I can put you in a trance and help you restore energy and confidence in yourself. Want to try it out?
No.
You're kidding, right? There is no way anyone with half a brain would agree to this shame.
What's with the attitude? Seriously, you could have just said no? Sheesh. Want to try it out?
Wow. Nice.
They are doomed, brothers and sisters, and they know it. The people of Far Harbor need only peer out their windows to look upon the face of Adam himself, given form in holy fog. Yet no matter how inevitable Adam's reign in this land may be, they deny it. Scoff at us behind their condensers. Kill our missionaries. Slay those who only wish to bring them the light no longer. After years of skulking in the shadows like whipped dogs, our purpose is
You've seen
clear.
better days, haven't you?
And I know the key to our victory lies within the nucleus itself. We will claim the secrets hidden away by that accursed robot. And with them,
That's in better
we
shape than I
will wipe
expected.
Far Harbor from the island. Adam's veil will roll down its streets.
Okay.
Holy fog cleansing the land of their heresy. And when we are finally granted division, it will be as heroes. A new day dawns, brothers and sisters. Glory to Adam! Glory to Adam!
Oh, please. Oh, keep the faith. Must continue.
Hi there.
Where? Please, leave me alone. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes. I know he will come. He will be with me.
Excuse me, brother.
Ah, our family has gotten a little bigger. Welcome.
No.
Pardon me, sister. Zealot Ware seems so interested in Brother Devon's fast. I wonder if he's thinking about joining him. Pardon me, sister. Excuse me.
Was wondering when I'd get to meet our newest member. I'm Sister Mai, and rumor has it, you're the one who caught the attention of the Mother of the Fog. You happen to catch the Grand Zealot's, loyalty test too?
Yeah, I saw it.
Look, it's a lesson worth learning now. Trust is a big deal in this family. Our members need to know how to steer clear of trouble. Just stay on the High Confessor's good side and you'll be all right. Now, there's something I can show you? And, not sure if the glow bothers you, but I can help with scouring too.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Never know what you might need.
Oh. Yeah.
Sure.
Thanks.
Let's take a look.
Never know what you might need.
Con tổng.
Hi there.
Ah, the latest addition to our little family. Welcome, child. If you are in need of aid, you've come to the right place.
Hi there. Could use some fixing up.
Tell me what troubles you.
Just hurt all over.
Allow me to... Not too bad. You won't be joining Adam just yet.
Hey.
Was there something more?
Took a few bad hits recently. Got knocked around.
A simple remedy. This may burn a bit. Was there something more?
No, we're done.
Take care of yourself, my child.
The sooner we get out of this radiation, the better. Let our lost sister see the error in her ways.
Oh, brilliant, Adam. Guide your servant.
No. On the ball.
Watch over my brothers and sisters.
Excuse me, Grand Zealot.
Ah, there you are. I have a job for you.
What kind of job?
A matter of heresy that needs to be dealt with.
I'm ready to serve, Grand Zealot.
There is a woman, one of our own. Or she was. Gwyneth. But she's given herself over to something dark. The Confessor ordered Zealot Field to track her down, but the heretic eluded her. Now Gwyneth has begun profaning our holy sites with her mad ravings, openly flouting the word of Adam. The High Confessor wants her found and executed.
I'll find her, Grand Zealot.
Good. Speak to Zealot Field. She should be able to point you towards Gwyneth's trail. Bring Adam's judgment to the heretic. Now go.
Radiant Adam, show your servant mercy.
Hmm?
Ah, I'd heard whispers of a new convert. Welcome, sister. How does it feel to take your place among Adam's chosen?
Adam's chosen?
This place, the nucleus, the island, Adam has claimed it all. For us, his chosen. All but one blasted corner. You've been to Far Harbor, yes? Seen its barriers against Adam's holy fog? Its citizens' blasphemous refusal to vacate what is clearly his domain? What would you do with such a place? You've been to Far Harbor, yes? Seen its barriers against Adam's holy fog?
Is Far Harbor really that bad?
Yes, sister. They are. For years, my predecessor begged for peace, while Far Harbor fortified their bastion of heresy. We tried to help them, to bring them Adam's light. Many of our brethren ended up dying for it. But now that I am High Confessor, that time is over. All Adam's foes, whether Far Harbor cowering behind their precious condensers, or that ancient robot hiding away his memories within our very home, they will come to recognize Adam as the sole master of this island. But it is only through unity that we can succeed. Adam requires devotion from all his children. Embrace that, and you will do well here. Now, was there anything you required? But it is only through unity. Adam requires devotion from all.
I found this icon. The Grand Zealot said you'd be interested in seeing it.
Is that the mother? So the whispers were true. You saw the mother of the fog. Many of Adam's children spend their whole lives wishing for such a boon. It would seem he expects great things from you, child, as will I. Now, was there anything else? Many of Adam's children spend their whole lives wishing for such a boon. It would seem
Would you mind answering a couple questions for me?
Certainly. What do you wish to know? Now, was there anything else?
What happened to the Confessor before you?
Martin. No one knows. One night he was sleeping in his chambers in the vessel, and the next morning he'd simply vanished. The other zealots and I organized a party to try and find him, to no avail. I wouldn't be shocked if he took up in Far Harbor or fled to the south. His dedication to Adam had become questionable. He'd done nothing when Far Harbor executed one of our missionaries. So I dare say, before us, it was but an occasional presence. Yet through our faith, our devotion to family, Adam saw fit to reach across the land, claiming for us more, year after year, until near all lay beneath his grasp. Now, was there something else I could answer for you?
How is it you came to this place?
We were guided here many years ago, after our exile from Far Harbor. The first of us, my predecessor, Martin, and I, had come north at the behest of Adam's great prophet, Confessor Cromwell, from a small refuge in the capital wastes. When we arrived on the island, we found a few souls receptive to Adam's message. Anna, the Archivist, was formerly Far Harbor's doctor before she found the light. But most, they thought us a menace. We were chased from the town, driven into the wilds, barely escaped with our lives. Some of us were never the same. It was only thanks to the grace of Adam that we survived, and finally found a place that we could call home.
There's so much radiation on the island. How come people here don't get sick?
Some do. But most of our family has been blessed at birth with an affinity for the glow. It's no more to us than a May rain. Warm, comforting. It's why a place like this island truly is meant for his children. Others simply wither away while we gladly await division. Others simply wither away.
What happened to this missionary?
A foul atrocity. Our good brother Andrews had decided to brave the fog and attempt to bring Adam's light to that ghastly town, and remind the heathens of their trespasses. From what I hear, he'd barely spoken a word before they cut him down in cold blood, for nothing more than his devotion. Beasts.
What can you tell me about division?
Adam's greatest gift. Locked inside us all are billions of invisible worlds, waiting only to be touched by his glow, in order to be born anew through division. During the Great War, it was granted to many, though they certainly didn't realize it. But today it is often a slow process, taking years of exposure in order to be realized. We are all here to spend our lives seeking the promise of division, however long it may take. Now, did you have another question?
Oh, that's all.
Didn't have anything else for the moment.
Adam, keep you.
Be respectful. You walk through hallowed halls. Excuse me, sister. This life is but a brief interlude. Someday, we will all be other worlds. Excuse me, sister. Hi, Confessor.
Glory to Adam, my child. Did you need something?
Hi, Confessor. Glory to Adam. I'd like to help the family. Is there anything I can do?
Eager. There is a member of our little community I've suspected for some time now. My own inquiries have proven fruitless. But your relative newness will likely make it easier for you to sniff out the truth. I would have you investigate this person. Should you find proof of any heresy or disloyalty, you're to bring it to me. Show you can be trusted, and you'll be rewarded.
Consider it done.
Superb. Bring whatever you find directly to me. Here, the person in question. Leave no stone unturned. This is a chance to prove your value to Adam. Leave no stone unturned. This is a chance to...
High Confessor.
Yes? What is it, child?
Any other work you need done?
I'm still waiting on the results of your inquiry. Perhaps you could see it's completed in due haste. Now, unless there was something else. Perhaps you could see it's completed in due haste.
Nothing for now.
Adam, watch over you.
Hmm? Hmm? Hey. Big fan. Really. Okay, bye-bye. No? Yes, she is a computer. So slow.
We're gonna have a lot more limbs and a lot less hair if we stick around here too much longer.
Let's give me some. I don't want to stay here.
I know that you can hear me. Please. Please.
Amazing.
What? Oh, no. Oh, no.
You mean like an accidental thing? That the computer has a malfunction?
Or on purpose.
It's like stop all heart monitors now.
Well,
no pacemaker will work.
Now.
Well, robots have no purpose unless it's programmed into them.
The world has no shortage of evil people who will program into the computer something diabolical, for sure.
Well, yeah, but they could backfire.
We can
They have to
all
be very
cause
careful that it
trouble in
doesn't have a
the
blanket order
radiation.
to kill, including
He
them,
will be dead.
in which case it would be suicide.
So, we gotta land this plane. We've been all over the map. You're a futurist. I know this because I've been on your show, a radio show, where all your guests were on the frontier of what was to come. Is there a sense of what is beyond the quantum computing revolution? Because philosophically, how do you create something that can do more than your single atom can do? Would that be the limit of any future tech industrial revolution that humans will ever experience? Because we've tapped out the universe.
There's one level beyond quantum. That is nuclear. For example, MRI, they used to be called NMR, but people got
It's one of the two N words you're not supposed to use in polite company. Yeah.
Right.
Nuclear,
So we dropped the word nuclear and put magnetic, M, and then it became acceptable because it all just magnets, you know. But MRI uses the spin of the nucleus, not just the spin of the electron, the spin of the nucleus in order to penetrate deep inside the human body. And now NMR machines save lives, thousands of lives as a consequence.
Machine in the hospital for
Right.
diagnosing the body without the person letting it go.
Right.
So clearly that's the case. What you're saying, beyond the electron, which if it's part of an atom, there's a whole atom there. You get into the nucleus, there's another quantum revolution awaiting us if we exploit the states of the nucleus itself.
Right. That's what I'm saying. There could be a state beyond quantum computers which are atomic. That is, they are dealing with electrons. That at the center of the atom there's a nucleus and would allow you to penetrate even deeper. My God, you got it.
And there's a classic.
Maybe we can cure that. Maybe can it cure the other supremacy I don't like talking about?
So I did not know, because I know of atomic nuclei, I hadn't thought that the nucleus is next. And the nucleus is deep inside the atom.
That's right.
Deep in there. So
It pulls it together.
It holds it all together. So then there's nothing left in the universe to exploit to our own devices.
The question is asked is where does the universe go? And we still can't answer that question. You know, most of it is dark energy and dark matter. But what are they?
Wait, so that elementary school jokes that stay for elementary school, we can't even tell that anymore. They make up everything. It's like
That's what we're saying. Atoms are not everything.
After it got dark, I don't know if it's melanin. Okay.
Oh,
we type
well,
1 like Buck Rogers that controls the weather? Are we type 2 that controls the sun like Star Trek? Are we type 3 that controls the galaxy
no.
like Star Wars? No, we are type. But we don't play with the sun itself.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point. If you're a type 2 civilization, you have overcome coming onto Earth, and sunlight is otherwise going everywhere else in the solar system, into the galaxy. Not to be seen by anybody. But if we wrap the sun, orbit material, channel all that energy back to Earth, and had a way to get
Presto, you
metals
lose.
to react, change, flip it on, then we'd be a type 2 civilization, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just sit and wait for the sunlight to reach you, using a little bit from each side.
We're talking about making the sun.
Yeah. So we're type 0. When are we going to
Well, according to Carl Sagan, probably in this century, he did a calculation. One of the first calculations using the Carter subscale.
Got it.
And Carl Sagan says probably
your way
sometime
around
this
a bobby
century
pin.
we'll hit type 1. We're very close to type 1. We're right now 0.7.
Wait. Pluto is not alive in this century.
Yeah, but in the last century.
So did he mean we would hit it in the last century?
Last century, right.
But we didn't.
Well, he estimated that we are a 0.7 civilization, not 1, but 0.7 in the last century.
0 and 1.
Yeah.
Well, controlling the weather and making
Oh, no.
earthquakes and all that stuff.
That's right. Controlling anything Earth-like
Okay.
would be type 1,
How
like
many?
Buck Rogers.
But we still run away from hurricanes and we're terrified of volcanoes.
That's it. We're type 0.
Okay.
Yeah, we're type 0. I don't know about that 0.7. What's going on
Also,
there?
if you get on the internet, a lot of people think we are controlling the weather.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a good part of this population that thinks we're at 1.4 right now.
If you go on the internet, you can find anything.
Exactly, yes.
This is not a measure of objective truths of the world.
Well, I mean, it depends on who you ask.
Anyway, then the next question is, if there are other civilizations in outer space that could reach us, then what are they? Are they type 1, 2, or 3? Most scientists would say they're type 1, but that's a mistake, because type 1 civilizations can barely go to the moon. We're talking about perhaps if there are civilizations that can reach us from outer space, they're probably type 3.
If that's the case, they're coming from a galaxy we can't see because they're controlling all the energy from that galaxy.
Right, they're probably galactic. They could roam across the galaxies through wormholes, let's say. Because they can't be type 1 because they can just hop between neighboring planets. Not type 2 like Star Trek, but type 3, which is galactic. That's the energy scale necessary for them to roam across the galaxy.
Allow me to offer a cosmic perspective on all this. When I think of discovery of any kind, it's someone who's curious, who's standing on a frontier, looking out into the unknown and asking questions. And not everyone does that. It takes some deep curiosity that every child has, that somehow is beaten out of us or not nurtured by the time we're adults. Precious few adults are that curious. But those who are will peer out into the unknown and ask, what's there? How do I learn more? And there are people who say, why are you doing that? We have people, hungry people here on Earth now, in the here and now. In that moment, that seems like the right calculation until you realize how often those discoveries influence the state of the world years, decades in the future. Quantum physics, what decade is famous for the discoveries of quantum physics?
1925.
So a century ago laid the groundwork for what would become the IT revolution in this world. There is no creation, storage, or retrieval of digital information without the exploitation of some quantum phenomenon. And we're on the precipice of yet another quantum leap in our advances in this field.
It's coming back.
So, if you were around back then, what would you tell the people probing atoms? You say, why are you doing that? We have hungry people in the street. There's the depression. And you're a carpenter. I just care that my wood atoms cut. All right. Would you stop them because they're not doing anything that you don't think is relevant at that time? So those who do research on the frontier, they're the ones that carry civilization forward. And the degree in which that happens is a function of what is the enlightenment of collectors, leadership, nations, of the world. And so, when I look back at all these revolutions, yes, the Industrial Revolution, it's a few pages in your history book. We take so much of that for granted. Imagine being alive then and watching it unfold in front of your very eyes. So Michio, with his book, Quantum Supremacy, he's alerting us so you don't miss it. Of course, it's going to happen to you whether or not you happen to hit. It is a pathway into the future that will transform us, I think, in our lifetimes. Is that correct? We don't have to wait a century.
Yeah, it's happening now.
In our lifetime. I lose sleep at night, wondering, with all of these discoveries, ultimately, are we actually smart enough? Smart enough to answer the questions we've posed? Or deeper still, are we smart enough as a species to even know what questions to ask? That is perspective. Thank you all! Beacon Theater! Thank you to my panel, George Klepper, Michio Kaku, Tiffany Haddish in the house.
inside. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Okay, we finished here and the guide was safe. See you next time.